So I've been doing Zwift for a few months now, and I recently got into racing, and up until now, I've not had a setup to record it. But after a bit of tweaking, I finally have it ready to show you guys, and today's race was super exciting with a really solid finish too. Today, I'll be racing the Brompton World Championships out of a pool of around 50, and my only goal today is to win the race. And that would be my first Zwift race win. Let me know if you guys enjoy this type of video, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So from the start, if you've never done Zwift racing before, every single race is a huge surge of power off the bat. So where the front pack tries to separate from everyone else as much as possible right in the beginning. So I'm starting with them in the red, 200, 300 watts straight away sustained. But don't worry, because this is part of my plan. And yes, I do have a plan. And that plan is simple. Start strong, do anything required to stick with the front pack, try to sit in the draft and recover when possible, drop people on hills if I've got the legs, and last and most important, get a solid sprint across the line. Now, this plan does go out the window almost immediately, but I did have one before the race started, okay? Now, the gimmick for today's race is that everyone starts in these funky little bikes called the Brompton P line. So thankfully in this race, there's no bike differences at all. It's just how your fitness and power work out. And upon completion, we also unlock these cool like woven thneed or tweed kits that my character's got on now. But back to talking about that plan though. So for the first few minutes, everything goes exactly according to plan, albeit maybe a little bit harder than I had expected. Until suddenly, just 1 mile in, some guy is already rolling away off the front. Now, there's like 10 miles left, so the pack should be able to catch back up to him, but he was putting down some real power, and what if he just rolls away and is never seen again, right? Or better yet, what if I rolled away with him and we were never seen again? Now, I sat and pondered this for a while. What really made my decision was a combo of the fact that this course, one, had no hills to drop people on, so I don't have a chance to really thin the pack out at all, and two, this guy's lead was only increasing at just a mile and a half in the race. He was already up 10 seconds, and he didn't show any signs of slowing down. So I pulled the trigger. I blew my entire sprint just 4 minutes into this race, putting down nearly 500 watts or 265% of my threshold power for about 20 seconds to jump that gap. And I did so successfully, right? I didn't bring any stragglers, I didn't bring the rest of the pack with me, but now I am hanging onto this man's wheel for dear life, because if I dropped the pack now, I'm screwed, because I burnt my sprint and I burnt my power up to get here, right? Now, once I'm up here, he does give me a moment to recover when I catch, but then it's straight back to power, over 200, sometimes over 300 watts just to stay on this guy's wheel, which is bonkers. Eventually, I recover a bit more, and I even take a pull or two to let him rest and keep us ahead of the peloton, because now, at least until we get to that sprint finish line, we are teammates. Good for him is good for me, and good for me is good for him. And we do that pretty well for a few miles, but at the end of the day, my legs just aren't strong enough. So anytime I take over, the peloton inches a little bit closer and closer, getting down to 5, 6, 7 seconds gap instead of the 15 he had us at. But around 5 miles, when I'm leading, the peloton gets a little too close, and one guy from the peloton jumps across. Thankfully, it's just one guy, and the peloton doesn't come with, it's just him. But now, it's Mina, Bullock, and myself in a 3-man breakaway, looking to ride away with it all. Now, wouldn't it be nice if I could just cut the video here and say, yep, that's what we did. We rode away, the 3 of us. But it's not. That did not happen. So once the 3 of us are together, we want to work together to stay ahead of the pack. So Mina takes a pole, I take a pole, and then Bullock doesn't. So our teamwork is not off to a great start. Then at some point when I'm swapping with Mina, I put too low power and he flies off like a rocket, so I fall off the back and have to burn my power up, my draft boost that I was saving, and a big effort just to get back onto their wheel. So, like I said, this team isn't working great, and so with just 2 miles left, Mina gets fed up and he rides off into the sunset, never to be seen again. And while he's doing that, Bullock and I are kind of having a chicken fight about who's actually going to go chase him down, and neither of us end up doing that. And I'm sure this sounds silly to someone who doesn't do a lot of Zwift or bike racing, but it's actually a core part of Zwift racing, because anytime you can get someone else to chase an attack down, you can rest behind them doing 25% less power while they burn their matches. And that's why in Zwift, a lot of times breakaways just ride away and win, because the people behind can't work together well enough to chase it back. Now, unfortunately for Bullock and myself, Mina was the powerhouse, and we were relying on his wheel to keep us away from the pack. So once he disappears, our lead on the pack starts to disappear too, until with just about a mile to go, the pack, or at least what's left of it, catches back up to us. And since they've been in the pack, they've been saving more energy, and when inevitably one of them rolls off the front for second place with just 3/4 of a mile left, I don't have anything to chase it down with. I just have to watch him roll away. He puts out 8 watts per kilogram. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And yeah, he just rolls away. And then it comes down to the last sprint with about 7 of us competing for 3rd place. And if I'm honest here, I got nothing left. I've burnt 2 or 3 sprints already in this race. I've been at FTP plus the whole time, and I didn't even have a power up to get across the line. So I burned everything I got left. I kick it out. I get 500 watts for a couple seconds, but I finished in that middle of our pack for about 5th place. So all in all, a really good race. I did pretty well. I got a new FTP up to, I think, 195 watts. So like, I can't say I'm upset with the 5th place finish, but I was wanting to win. Maybe next time, right? But anyways, if you guys like this type of video, please make sure to let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, share, because then I'll make more of these. And if you guys don't, I won't. But I hope to see you guys in the next one. And until then, keep beefy, boys.
Hello there.